Hello everyone, I am MoldyMacaroniX, but you can call me Moldy. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how you can get your levels featured within 24 hours using this really cool method I've been using. I have 6 featured levels, and for a lot of my newer featured levels, they've gotten featured within only 24 hours, with the fastest currently being featured in only 5.5 hours. This method involves using the magic section to your advantage, and does not require any mods to send your level. All of my recent features were featured without any sense from moderators, and I know this because no moderators appear in the levels leaderboards or in the comments, which makes me pretty certain that no mods see them. Anyway, now I will go over the basics of this method and what you need to know in order for this to work. Firstly, you need a level to actually be feature-worthy. A good way to check if your level is feature-worthy is to ask others or compare it to levels on the featured page. Secondly, you will need your level to get magic. I will explain how to do this in more detail later. Finally, you need your level to have an appealing title and overall look. Once again, I'll explain this in more detail later. Anyway, let's dive right into this. I will explain the steps on how to do this method, as well as discuss why it works. I will also explain what to do if this method fails for whatever reason. Also, if you enjoyed the video and like my content, please consider subscribing. I have only 252 subscribers as of writing this, so any support is greatly appreciated. Anyway, let's get into this. So, before I state the steps, I'm going to explain how this works based on my own experiences. In case you don't already know, when RobTop rates some levels, he does them in waves or sprees. It is evident when he is doing a rate wave, when you can continuously refresh the awarded section, and new levels keep being added. The magic section is a section to make finding high quality and potentially feature-worthy levels easier. Most of my levels that are featured have all gotten into the magic section. From what I have observed, when RobTop starts a rating spree, the first few levels in the wave tend to be from the magic section, while the other ones near the end of the wave tend to be from levels that were sent to him from moderators. I've personally experienced this, as my rated levels using this method appeared early in the wave, while my other rated levels not using this method appeared later in the wave. So, with these observations, I believe that this method works by RobTop finding your level in the magic section, where he then features it if it is feature-worthy. Of course, this is only based on observations, but it does seem to make sense. Either way, by following the steps listed in this video, I've managed to get numerous of my levels featured within 24 hours. Anyway, on with the actual steps. Step 1. Get your level in magic. The magic section is a very mysterious section, with no one really knowing how it works. The code behind it and what it actually looks for in levels has not really been revealed. However, the community has made some observations, and I will now list the following that most people agree is what the magic section looks for in levels. Firstly, your level needs to have 20,000 objects or more. Secondly, these objects need to be spaced out equally among the level. This is what helps the system realize that your level is complete and finished. If a part has a vastly low object count than the rest, the system may deem it as incomplete. Thirdly, your level needs to be long or XL. And finally, your level needs to have a low detail mode by checking some objects as high detail. This last one is pretty unknown, as I only discovered it recently, but if you look at the levels in the magic section, they all have a low detail mode. If you are still unsure if your level meets the magic requirements, try comparing it to other levels in the magic section. Check the object counts, distribution of those objects, and other factors. Step 2. Make sure your level is appealing. Once you are sure your level will get into magic, there are a few more things you should consider, including the name, description, song, and difficulty. In order to make sure your level is not skipped over when RobTop is potentially searching through the section, you should make your level look like, well, an actual level. To do this, I recommend the following. Make your level have a serious name. Give your level a serious description. Use an appropriate song, and choose a good difficulty to accompany the name. Now that last one probably seems a little strange, but try and name your level something related to the difficulty. If your level is called something like level easy, yet isn't really easy, it may not look like a serious level. To improve your level title, I recommend capitalizing the first letter of each word, and try not to use more than 2 or 3 words in the title. Personally, I've had good luck using one-word titles. Anyway, onto the third and final step. Step 3. Wait. I know this probably seems really cliche, but you got to give it time. If you're lucky, Rob might do a rate spree and check the magic section within only hours after you release. The fastest rate I've got using this method was 5.5 hours, with the slowest being about 24 hours. Of course, this all depends on when you upload. From personal experiences, I've had good luck uploading levels between 1 PM and 5 PM Eastern Standard Time. However, this is only based on my personal experiences. Do not take these as factual times. If within 24 hours your level is still not featured and you followed all the steps on this list and made sure your level was feature worthy, do not lose hope. Check to see how many rate waves RobTop has done since you last uploaded your level. From what I know, there is no set time when RobTop rates levels. You might go a full day or 2 without rating levels. Also, don't worry if your level gets pushed a few pages back in the magic section. I've had my levels get pushed back numerous pages yet still get featured. Also, remember that this video is based on my own personal experiences only. I encourage you to try out this method if you have a level in the works. However, also note that this method has a lot of factors that can prevent a successful outcome. There is a possibility that RobTop just skips your level when playing the levels in the magic section, which is why I highly recommend that you give your level a serious title and appealing look. So, if by a few rate waves that also rated levels in the magic section and your level was not featured, then it may be safe to consider this method a failure. You should not be disappointed, as there are many factors to take into consideration. Personally, I've never had this method fail me, though it might for some. So now I'm going to discuss what you can do if the method fails. As a little bonus addition to this video, I'll explain what you can do if this method fails. Some potential reasons as to why this method may fail for you is because your level doesn't get magic, or wrapped up skips, or doesn't see it. Anyway, here are 2 options for what you can do if this method fails. Firstly, you can re-upload your level. Personally, I would not do this. Usually my level gets a tons of likes and comments, and I don't want to just put all of that to waste, so I usually go with the second option. Secondly, you can use moderators to get your level sends. If just one moderator sends your level, then that is enough. It may not be as quick as this method, but it can still get your level featured. My first featured level was featured with only 1 send if I remember correctly. While it did take a while, it eventually did get featured, which was a pleasant surprise. Most moderators take level requests, so find some that do, and you can send them your level, usually by a form or messaging them. While most moderators have really high standards when compared to RobTop, it is possible to find some that will send your level if it is feature worthy. While it is not as fast as using the magic method, it is still a way to make sure your level gets featured eventually, which will be a pleasant surprise for when it does get featured. Anyway, we are now nearing the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you out. Once again, I encourage you to give this method a try if you have a level in the works. Feel free to subscribe if you like the content I make. I appreciate every subscriber. This video is a little different from what I usually do, but I wanted to tell people how I managed to get my levels featured so quickly. I hope you enjoyed, and have a great day.